One thing I will tell you about losing weight is that it is possible. I have done it. So many women that have done my programs have done it. It is possible. If you're struggling, it doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you will never get there. It just means you're doing things that don't work. The things I'm going to be talking about in this video could be exactly the things that are holding you back from reaching your goals. So make sure you watch all the way to the end so you can get the information you need to get on the right track to getting to the weight you want to be and the level of health that your heart really desires. My name is Cola, just like Coca-Cola. I am a certified personal trainer and you are watching Koboko Fitness. Make sure you subscribe right now so that you don't miss any videos that could help you reach your goals. To my existing Cocoa Puffs, I just want to say thank you for supporting me and everything I do. Y'all are you're the greatest of all time. Like, truly. Let's talk about why you're not losing fat. The actual truth. The reasons that could be holding you back. The first thing is probably one of the biggest things I see, and that is trying to lose fat in only one specific area of the body. I usually know this is what's happening when somebody says, I want to lose my belly fat, but I also want to grow my butt at the same time, and I want to lose a little bit of fat in my legs, but I don't want to lose any fat at all in my arm. When I hear somebody get that specific about where they want to lose fat, that is always a red flag in my brain. I'll get into the risks of doing that later on in this video. The other thing I see that really holds a lot of people back, even though they're working really hard, is that they have a goal, which is great, but they don't have the right type of goal. I know. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's one type of goal that you just don't waste your time, and that is a vague goal. A vague goal is a goal like, oh, I want to lose weight, or oh, I want to be smaller, or I want to be thick. Those goals are nice, they sound nice, they're better than having no goal at all, but they're too vague to be useful. A slightly better goal is to have a results-focused goal, such as, I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to be healthy enough to run up the stairs and downstairs without being winded for 5 minutes afterwards. Those are results-focused goals. Those are better than vague goals. But if you stop there, you're missing a very important piece of the puzzle. And this is one of the things that causes a lot of us to work really, really hard to lose weight, to burn fat, and not see any tangible results despite all the effort that we're putting in. And that is, vague goals are okay, outcome results focused goals are better, but the best types of goals to have are process goals. Process goals are goals around the actions that we're going to take to reach our goals. These types of goals are usually missing for a lot of people, and it is one of the biggest reasons why people work really, really hard, but they don't get results. Some examples of awesome process goals would be something like, I want to eat fruits and vegetables and lean proteins for breakfast every day for the next 6 months, or until my body wants something different. Of course, if you eat lots of fruits and vegetables for breakfast for 6 months, your body is going to get healthier. Getting healthier is the outcome goal. Eating fruits and vegetables is the process goal. For every outcome goal, there has to be a process goal. Otherwise, that outcome is never going to happen. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's just how this stuff works. If there's no process goal to back up that outcome goal, the outcome ain't gonna happen. Your experience, you know I'm telling you the truth. You know it. Another awesome example of a process goal is, okay, I'm going to work out with Koboko Fitness 3 days a week for the next 6 months. That's an awesome process goal. And if you have that process goal, visit kobokofitness.com right now and start your 10-day free trial of my premium workout programs. They are awesome if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to maintain your weight, if you're trying to keep your curves, and especially if you're trying to be healthy and consistent with your workout routine. So I just gave you the perfect outcome goal and process goal. The next thing that tends to hold a lot of people back is avoiding cardio. And I know it's a huge red flag when I start hearing people say things like, I don't want to be skinny, I want to be thick. I don't want to lose muscle. I just love to lift. If you've ever said this, I'm not shading you. I'm not coming for you. Or, I just love to lift. Listen, lifting is great. Being thick is great. Knowing what you want your body to look like is great. But once I start hearing statements like that, I start to get suspicious about that person's relationship with cardio. Because there's a lot of misinformation on the internet about cardio and doing it or not doing it. So here's the thing, avoiding cardio, just like trying to only lose fat from specific parts of the body, comes with certain risks that I'll get into later on in this video. So it's not wrong if you think those things, but there are some risks that you need to be aware of, especially if you've been working hard and you're not getting the results that you want. There's a flip side to avoiding cardio, and that is the people that rely only on cardio. They do nothing else except for cardio. And usually this one is always very obvious when somebody says, I can have Ben & Jerry's ice cream today because I worked out. As soon as I hear something like that, I know that this is one of them people that all they do is cardio. I'll talk about those risks later on in this video, but I know some people are watching like, I do my cardio, Cola. What else you got for me? If all a person can do at the moment is cardio, that's okay. If someone is going through a season of life where all they can do is cardio, that's okay. But when we start going 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and all we got is cardio, that's a problem. There are so many risks of doing this as well. I'll save all my risks for later on in the video because somebody is watching this saying, nope, I do just the right amount of cardio, still not seeing results. Talk to me, Cola, tell me what's going on. In fact, the person that's thinking that is probably also thinking, I'm even eating clean. And here's the thing. A lot of us think that just because we're eating healthy, and here's the thing with eating clean. I have noticed that some people try to eat clean, but they still end up missing the mark just a little bit. And it pains me to say this because when you're eating your broccoli, I want you to feel good about eating your broccoli. And when you're eating your chicken breast, I want you to feel good about eating your chicken breast. But if you bake your broccoli with 3-inch thick cheese, doused in macaroni, glazed with extra virgin olive oil, I'm sorry, but the broccoli is canceled at that point. At that point, the results have been canceled. Eating the broccoli, you're still gonna hopefully get some nutritional benefits out of the broccoli, but that kind of a meal is not gonna bring any results. Some people are like, okay, I hear I need to eat some chicken breast, I need to eat some lean protein, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this chicken parmesan. It's okay to eat nice foods, but again, if your chicken breast is deep fried and breaded, it's going to lead to overeating, which is going to ensure that the results don't come even after working so hard. Here's my advice, and I'm so afraid to say this, but it's true, and I'm here to tell you nothing but the truth. A lot of us are trained to eat all the time for taste. We want 100% of our food that we're eating to be absolutely delicious. And what I want to suggest is maybe we need to expand the way we think about food and approach food so that we are eating for more than just taste. Sometimes we eat for taste, sometimes we eat for nutrients, sometimes we eat to meet our macros, and sometimes we just eat for balance. The solution is to entertain the thought of eating for taste sometimes, eating for goals sometimes, eating for nutrition sometimes, eating for balance sometimes. So having a variety of reasons for eating other than taste. Watch my previous video where I talked about things no one tells you about weight loss. Eating for nutrition can look like drinking a green smoothie with spinach and baby kale in it. Not because those things are as delicious as a popsicle, but because they are highly nutritious, they have a lot of fiber, and they help your body to be healthy. They will also help you feel full for longer, which will help make it easier to hit the calorie targets needed in order to lose weight. Because at the end of the day, burning fat and losing weight requires us to be in a calorie deficit, meaning we're eating fewer calories than we're burning in the day. Eating vegetables is a nice way to feel full while achieving that. An example of eating for balance would be eating dark chocolate, so you can get those antioxidants in there. A lot of us don't get enough dark foods in our diet, enough purple foods that have the antioxidants we need, you know, to look glowing and snatched and be a sexy grandma. So that's an idea for eating for balance. An example of eating for macros is just eating some chicken breast to get some protein in there, again, to feel fuller, to fuel the muscle repair process, and to recover faster from workouts. And of course, eating for taste is very simple. You know, eat all the carbs, all the fat, all that stuff. So a lot of people are really sold on this idea of eating only for taste, but it doesn't have to be that way. Eating for, like I said, nutrition is an excellent reason to eat. Eating for macros is a good reason to eat. Eating for energy is an excellent reason to eat. When I need energy, you might see me eating bananas, or you might see me drinking some green tea with honey in it. These are all energy boosters for me. So you can eat for all sorts of reasons. Let's talk about the risks. Earlier on, I mentioned that trying to lose fat in specific parts of the body presents certain risks. Let's talk about what those risks are. One of them that really crushes a lot of people when they're trying to lose fat from, let's say, their belly or their back is they're doing a workout program, they're eating right, they're doing all the right things, and they're not seeing any changes in the belly and the back. They could be losing fat from their face, their arms, their chin, their, you know, maybe their calves. They could be losing fat from other places, but they just totally miss it because it's not coming off from the belly or the back yet, because we're too focused on the specific trouble areas. Is a huge risk of being hyper-focused on losing fat from only specific parts of the body. We don't get to choose what parts of our body fat comes out of. Our genetics determine that. So for some people, they will lose that fat first from their face. Some people will lose it first from their thighs. Most people, the belly is the last area where that fat is going to come off. And so for the people that are fixated on losing fat just from the belly or just from the back, what's gonna happen is they're gonna be losing fat in their face, in their arms, in their thighs, in the places their genetics have determined they need to lose that fat from first. But they don't notice, because all they look at in the mirror is just that belly, that one area that's not budging. And so they totally miss all the other areas of their body where they're burning fat. If your body is burning fat in areas where you don't want it to burn fat, it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It just means that your genetics are determining where fat is coming off of your body first. It's not the only place fat is gonna come off. It's just where it's coming off first. So there will be other areas later on down the line. At this point, most people freak out and they stop. They stop their routine, they give up, they think the thing they're doing is not working, when in fact, what they actually need to do is to keep going. It's coming off of the wrong places. The plan is working. And the only thing you could do at that point is just keep going. And eventually your genetics is going to decide that, okay, it is finally time to lose it from the belly area and the back area, which is what this person wanted in the first place. So don't stop your healthy routine just because the belly fat specifically is not budging and coming off right away. Look at the whole body as a whole and see what is happening with the entire body from head to toe. The only thing within our control is to just keep doing the workout program, the nutrition plan, the healthy habits. Just keep doing it. Consistency is the name of the game. I also mentioned that there were some risks to avoiding cardio when trying to lose fat, or thinking that, oh, I just need to lift some weights, I just need to do some resistance training, when the goal is to lose fat. Avoiding cardio is basically throwing away opportunities to increase the calorie deficit, to increase the amount of calories burned per day in order to make the weight loss and fat loss process a little bit faster. The other thing that's a risk with avoiding cardio is just simply missing the opportunity to strengthen the heart muscle. A lot of people forget that the heart is a muscle. So when people are saying, I don't want to do cardio because I don't want to lose muscle, it just sounds very bizarre to me, because the heart is a muscle and cardio is the most effective way for the average person to strengthen their heart muscle. So if there's any muscle that's really important to strengthen in the whole body, it is the heart. Because when a human being is formed, the heart is the first major organ to form. Without the heart, there's no body. Without the heart, there's no booty. On the flip side, relying too much on cardio, as in doing only cardio for 7, 10, 12, 15 years, also comes with its own risk. The risk of relying too much on cardio is turning food into a reward, or turning food and exercise into a transactional thing. So working out is working out. Eating dessert is eating dessert. One thing I really want to hammer in this video is that we need to be careful of falling into that mindset of rewarding ourselves with dessert because we worked out. These are two separate things. And this is something I see more with people that rely too much on cardio. Everybody does this to a certain extent. But with people that just love that cardio and that's all they do, I tend to see this more. And that's why I'm calling them out. And with eating for taste, 100% of the time, the risk of this here is clearly the first thing that a lot of us are suffering from. And that is malnutrition. Let's face it, the foods that detract us the most from our fat loss goals tend to be the foods that our taste buds respond to best. And so relying on taste all the time is just gonna lead us down a path where we're just eating things that taste good but don't support our goals, that are excessively high in calories, and just generally not the right things to eat if the goal is to lose a certain amount of fat. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Visit KobokoFitness.com today and start your free 10-day trial of my amazing workout programs that actually fit into your life and they actually work. Move your arms, baby fingers. Why do I put my arms in my